favorite recipes, and that is our bourbon chicken. So I'm going to post the recipe in the description box below, and I'm going to be multiplying that recipe times 4 today. So we have about 1 2/3 cup of brown sugar. And then we have 8 tablespoons of ketchup. And then we have 2 cups of water, 1 cup of orange juice, and then we're going to use 1 1/3 cup of soy sauce. And what we have left is 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I do make our own apple cider vinegar, but when you want to do canning recipes, you really want to make sure it's a 5% acidity, which is really hard to determine if you make it your own. So then I have just a little bit over 4 teaspoons of our crushed red pepper flakes. And then 4 cloves of our homegrown garlic. Now what we're going to do with this is we're going to mix it together and bring it to a boil. And then we're just going to let it simmer while we get our chicken ready. Okay, and to prepare our chicken, I've just cut it up into bite-sized pieces. And we're going to cook this in our wok with some sesame oil until we don't want it fully cooked, but we want it cooked enough so that we're not going to have issues with fat rising to the top and putting out or popping our seals. So we're just going to go ahead and complete this, and then we'll flip back. All of our chicken is cooked and our sauce is ready. And if you hear anything in the background, I do have the pressure canner going just to get some green beans done. So we're going to go ahead and we want to fill our jars up about 3/4 of the way full with our chicken. And then we're just going to add our sauce, debubble, wipe the rim, and put our lids on. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up, but you're going to notice I'm going to leave 1 jar out because that's going to be our lunch today. Another batch of our sauce because I'm filling them up 3/4 the way instead of all the way full with chicken, just because last time we had a little bit too much. So you might want to take that into account when you're making these. And I'm going to leave about 1 inch of head space. And I was just talking that this is probably one of the easiest recipes that I've done with canning, because a lot of times with all the vegetables it takes forever to get them prepared. And I think the longest thing that I took for this recipe was just cutting up the chicken, which took maybe about 5 minutes, and I did about 8 pounds of it, so it wasn't too bad. And since these are quarts, we're going to pressure can them for 90 minutes. If they were pints, when you're doing meat, it's usually about 75. So we still might even need a little bit more for this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and get these ready and get them in the can. Jars are done. We originally started out with 6 jars, but we ended up having one for lunch. And I didn't process this one. We're just gonna leave it in the fridge and probably have it in a few days. So what we did for lunch was we just cooked some rice, and then we put the recipe in, and we put a little bit of flour just to thicken it. A lot of times when you can, the juice or the liquid isn't very thick, so you're gonna wanna add something at the end. And then we did about half an onion, and we did a couple of our poblano peppers. These are amazing. This is a new addition to our garden this year, and we've absolutely loved it. So I really hope you like this video. This is definitely a staple in our pantry, and I hope you like it as much as we do.